Hi girls, taking a look at your homework. So this is the question 1, 3 and 5. So in the question 1, it's Paul is designing a vegetable bed. Again, when you start reading things like that, you realise that I'm not going to be talking to you about vegetable beds, girls, or we don't grow vegetables. So I straight away look at the diagram. The diagram shows a right-angled triangle. I straight away label this as my hypotenuse. And then it asks me to calculate the length of timber he would need to complete the bed, which is this little part, the x. So I'm straight into my formula then. It's h squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. I have 17 squared is equal to 15 squared plus x squared. And now I'm just trying to find out the x, okay? So it's just getting a calculator, which, just give me a minute. I never seem to have a calculator when I come on to do your videos, girls. You should take it as a sign, because I must always do your videos first, because I think it's always your group. Alright, so it's 17 squared is 289 is equal to 15 squared, which is 225, plus x squared. So I want x on its own now. So how do I get rid of the 225 that's there? I'll take away the 225 from both sides, because that's the opposite of what's happening at the moment. So it's taken away from 289. 289 minus 225 is 64. So 64 is equal to the x squared. And now I say to myself, how do I get rid of the squared? So I get my square root of 64 is equal to x. And that means x is equal to 8. So that means it's 8. Again, I look at the triangle, does it make sense? Biggest side, two smaller sides. Okay. Question 3 is pretty much exactly the same question again, girls. So it's 10 squared is equal to 8 squared plus x squared. And how do I know? Well, that's the hypotenuse. So I know this side must be less than 10. So it's 100 is equal to 64 plus x squared. Take away the 64 from both sides. So it's 36 is x squared. And then x is the square root of 36, which is 6. Again, makes sense because the number is less than the hypotenuse. The last one then is a bit different. So they gave you a rectangle, which is the shape of a TV, but a rectangle has two triangles in it, and they showed you that. So they have this triangle and this triangle. That's opposite the right angle, so that's the hypotenuse, and I'm looking to figure it out. So it's the same way. It's 120 squared is equal to 100 squared plus x squared. And then x squared is equal to whatever those two numbers are taken away from each other. So it'll be 120 squared minus 100 squared, and it's 4400, and then you're getting the square root of that. So the square root of 4400, and that's 66.33. So x is equal to 66.33 centimetres. Okay. They don't get any really harder than that. They just might have different ways of asking you to do the same thing, but it means the same ones. So we'll finish up on this chapter with just 3 more. So I'll ask you to do page 187, question 7, 9 and 10. Just to make sure you're all on the same page and give me a chance to chase those who might be missing a few bits. Okay. And I hope you can see that. For 187, question 7, 9 and 10. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.